2023 has been an incredible year for watch releases. In this video, we're taking a look at the absolute cream of the crop, the top 10 watch releases of the past year. But there's a twist. These are the winners of the Oracle Time Watch Awards as voted for by you guys. It's a completely open vote where you could pick any category relevant release of the past year, which goes back to September 2022. We've reviewed the Omega Seamaster Ultra Deep 75th anniversary earlier in the year, and it is truly an epic watch. The Rolex-killing Deep Diver can manage an incredible 6,000 meters of water resistance and not only look damn good doing it, but also maintain wearability. The 75th anniversary version, which was released this year, takes the collection's theme of extreme depth-rated watery dials right to the bottom of the Mariana Trench and contains a topographically correct map of the Challenger Deep Trench, the deepest point in the Pacific, and where the Ultra Deep first made its mark on horological history. Costing £11,900, it's no accessible diver, but it's a rightful top dog in the dive watch pecking order. The integrated bracelet category has become a lot more crowded over the past few years. However, it's the accessible Christopher Ward 12 coming out on top as this year's best release. Aesthetically reading like a greatest hits of Gerald Genta adjacent 70s design, its multi-layered, many-faceted look scratches that AP Royal Oak Zenith Defy itch at a fraction of the price. With its 3D dial, steel or titanium case, it comes in a scattering of eye-catching dial colours and a bracelet that stacks up against the best. It's a win for the foundational British brand, and it offers a solid base for more variations to come in future. Grand Seiko finishing is second to none. It's what sets the Japanese maestros apart from everyone, including the Swiss. And the majestic white birch extends what we're used to seeing on their dials across the entire white gold case. An homage to the trees of the Yachiho Plateau on the eastern foot of the Kita-Yatsugutaki Mountains, and created by the Grand Seiko's Micro Artist Studio, it's the pinnacle of their unique brand of watchmaking. That extends to the manual wind movement too, which has an 84-hour power reserve and a novel torque return system. Limited to just 50 pieces, which all are sold, the majestic white birch will set you back £67,450. This is a watch to turn heads for all the right reasons and enough to deserve winning Dress Watch of the Year. They may have opened the caseback of the iconic Chronograph with their latest Platinum Daytona, but it's the steel iteration that has won the award for the best chronograph. The 126500 LN Cosmograph Daytona shows that even one of the most iconic watches ever designed can use a refresh from time to time. The last time, in fact, was in 2016, so this update was overdue. The newest iteration offers a myriad of subtle changes, including polished lug sides, slimmer and longer hour markers, and of course an updated movement. The 4131, complete with its Chrono-G escapement system. Proportions have been shifted across the board, making things slimmer and more elegant. It's an evolution, not a revolution. In 2022, Longines released the Spirit Zulu Time, and for 2023 they slimmed down their pilot-style GMT to 39mm. It's a great looking watch that plays on Longines' genuine aviation heritage, taking inspiration from a 1925 dual time zone rectangular watch which featured the Z or Zulu flag colours across the dial and hands. At 39mm, it's super wearable and perfect as a long-haul wrist companion. Costing £2,900 on a bracelet, it's also very accessible and a worthy winner of Travel Watch of the Year 2023. One of the single most important pilot's watches ever built, and arguably more important to the overall archetype than even the Cartier Santos, the latest version of IWC's military slanted Mark series, the Mark 20, was always going to cause some excitement. The updates from the Mark 18 include a thinner case, a shorter lug-to-lug, and a new movement. That movement is the in-house IWC Caliber 32111, which has an incredible 120-hour power reserve. Coming with either a blue, black, or new green dial, the Mark 20 will set you back £5,700 on its new 5-link steel bracelet. It's hard to argue with this being the best pilot-style field watch of this year. This is always a difficult category simply due to the sheer number of microbrands there are in existence. The winning watch is an update of the winning formula that is the Brumetric. Combining a playful retro aesthetic, an integrated bracelet, and a love for coffee, the latest Brumetric Automatic is more pared back than some of the other watches in the collection. With its time-only display, it lacks the espresso timing subdial of the chrono versions, but it still looks painfully cool. The mechanical movement used is the Seiko NH35A, which keeps the accessibility that's crucial for the Microbrand category, and it costs roughly £424. The newest version of Baltic's vintage-inspired HMS series, the 003, is the same price as the previous 002, but it's a straight-up upgrade. Not mechanically, it still has the Miyota 8315, but the printed indexes have been replaced with applied versions, and the entire dial has undergone an overhaul that adds a level of sophistication it was missing before. As Baltic continue to go from strength to strength, it's good to see that not only are they offering new pieces like their recent Hermetic Field Watch, but they're updating their foundational classics. The 003 is a worthy winner. There were some incredibly complex, unique watches released over the past year. I'd like to give a little shout out to the H. Moser MB&F collab, the Pandemonium, simply for putting a little Panda DJ on the dial of a minute repeater. However, in the end, something far more restrained won the vote. The inimitably German watchmakers A. Lange & Söhne and their updated 1815 Rattrapante minute repeater, perpetual calendar even, with a new white gold case and pink dial. There's a huge amount of information on the dial, and yet it manages to not only remain readable, but somehow feels typically restrained while doing so. Between the mechanical tour de force that is the L1011 caliber and a level of finishing worthy of a grand manufacturer, this is a special watch in every way. Here it is, the winner of the most prestigious prize in the Oracle Time Watch Awards 2023 and the best watch of the year, the Christopher Ward C1 Bel Canto. Honestly, this perhaps wasn't as big a surprise as one might have assumed, considering this is a homegrown success story from the UK, and what a tour de force this watch is. Back when it launched at the end of last year, the Bel Canto kicked up an absolute storm. It's not like Christopher Ward was an unknown brand, it had been one of the driving forces behind the British watch industry since they were founded. But almost overnight, the Bel Canto became one of the most sought after watches in the world. So why? Well, firstly, it's one of the most inspired bits of watchmaking we've come across. Essentially, it takes a jumping hours movement and hooks it up to a chime so that it can actively sound out the hours. It's not a sonnery and can only chime once every hour, but the idea of making an accessible, audible complication is pretty original. Sure, the Meistersinger Bellora has the same movement, but the Bel Canto puts all that ingenuity on full display with a dial side chime and a stunning layout complemented by a myriad of gorgeous dial colours. There's not really anything else quite like it outside the like of MB&F's LM series, and nothing even close at this price range. It's a masterpiece of a watch, and it will set you back no more than £3,195, proving that accessibility and mechanical excellence can go hand in hand. So there you have it, the official 10 best watches of the past 12 months, as voted for fully from shortlist inception to the final winners by you guys. We'll be continuing our watch awards in 2024, so make sure you stay up to date by heading to our website via the link in the description and signing up to our email newsletter. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification button to stay up to date on the latest watch news, reviews and releases.